What's on your playlist right now?
In my class.
Go to guilty pleasure food.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Hi, my name is Simran Lallian, and I'm a junior at UC Davis. I'm majoring in neurobiology, physiology, behavior, and minoring in technology management. I'm one of the co-founders of EpiSense, a medtech startup made of a completely undergraduate team. We're working on seizure prediction with EEG and machine learning to reduce the risk of injuries resulting from unexpected seizures. I found my passions for supporting innovations in the healthcare, life sciences, and biotech space that can improve patient lives. Aside from being a student founder, I love to stay busy and continue exploring my various interests through my involvements on campus and through outside opportunities.
My name is Jaya Athuluru, and I'm a fourth year at UC Davis working towards a BS in cognitive science with an emphasis in neuroscience. And I was diagnosed with epilepsy 8 years ago. So EpiSense is a startup Simran and I developed out of passion. As one of the co-founders, I'm excited to bring seizure prediction and notification to the market in order to take the uncertainty out of epilepsy. As I'll be graduating this spring, I'm grateful for the opportunities that UC Davis has brought me, and I'm thrilled to keep developing EpiSense while pursuing a full-time career in order to gain experience before obtaining my MBA and MS.
Well, welcome to Face, Simran and Jaya. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And congratulations on all your success thus far. I know that EpiSense won the Big Bang competition, which is a huge deal. Congratulations on that. So why don't you give me your elevator pitch? You know, why did you start EpiSense? Why is it important to you?
Yeah, so Simran and I met at a club here called Neurotech at Davis, and we found a similar passion for neuroscience and entrepreneurship. I was diagnosed with epilepsy in middle school, so it was a very near and dear disorder to us.
Yeah, and in terms of our interest in entrepreneurship, we joined the division as part of Neurotech at Davis. So we're really, wanting to create something out of this shared interest. And so EpiSense was an idea that we had been discussing for some time, and again, found that kind of commonality in epilepsy and wanted to discuss that further.
So it had a personal interest, but also the interest in entrepreneurship in general. So it all worked out for you. So tell me about some of the resources you've been able to find at UC Davis that helped you get started and helped you keep EpiSense going.
Yeah, absolutely. I can start. So we've been really lucky to have great support from a lot of different places on campus. I can first start talking about the Student Startup Center. So the director, Erin Anderson, has been really helpful for us. We also did the Plasma Accelerator program. So that was a really great experience where we were in a cohort of a couple of other student founders, and we got some mentorship resources and got to present at the Demo Day competition. So that was a really great opportunity for us. And if you want to talk a little about the Institute as well.
Yeah, so the Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship here on campus hosts Big Bang, Little Bang, and has a bunch of amazing mentors there as well. So we really utilized those events that they hosted and met with a bunch of people, and also, like you mentioned, One Little and Big Bang. So that was a great start to our pre-seed funding.
Absolutely. So, entrepreneurship is a really high priority for me, for our students, especially undergraduates. What advice might you give other undergraduate students who are interested in being entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I would just say, if you have an idea that you're passionate about, start now. I think it's really intimidating as students, and just understanding that we don't maybe have as much experience as professionals do starting their venture. I think you still have the resources and support to be able to do that. So I would just say start now. If there's something you're passionate about, there's no need to wait. There's never going to be a perfect time. So I would just say go ahead and get started.
No time like the present, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've had a lot of success thus far, but what is next for EpiSense?
Yeah, so we are made up of an entirely undergraduate team, and they are working with us to develop our prototype. So the goal is, as soon as possible, to get that up and running, and then next quarter we're looking forward to starting real trials.
That's exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
So you mentioned that you met at Neurotech at Davis. So that's one area of involvement for you. Tell me about some of the other activities you're involved in on campus.
Yeah, so Simran and I did start within the entrepreneurship division, but we have now grown to president and vice president. So we do spend a lot of time working with those people. In addition to EpiSense, I am going to be graduating this spring, so I have been really focused on career development and just really enjoying my last couple months in Davis.
Yeah. I can add on. Yes, obviously both involved in neurotech and EpiSense. I also work at the Student Startup Center now as a venture development manager, so that's really fun. I get to support other student startups. Also just been involved in a couple of other extracurricular activities, some related to law school that I want to pursue after undergrad, so kind of some of those endeavors and some other clubs and things like that.
So it sounds like I'm talking to two leaders on our campus. Have there been any other activities either in or outside the classroom that you found valuable?
Yeah, I love, so one of my favorite things is I play on the women's club volleyball team here, so that's kind of like a really great outlet for me. I love being able to compete and kind of have like that extra space outside of academics and like career development opportunities.
Do you go to our volleyball games on campus?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Yeah, we had a pretty good team this year.
Yeah.
How about you, Jaya?
Yeah, I also love helping new startups. So I don't work at a student startup center, but love helping out any way that I can. And then I don't play sports because I'm very, very uncoordinated. However, I do enjoy going to our basketball and football games on campus.
Good. Yeah. Go Aggies.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to change the pace a little bit. We have a little segment we like to call Hot Seat. And in Hot Seat, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm looking for a one-word or one-sentence fast answer. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Best place to study on campus?
The library, basic answer.
The Coho, because they've got access to caffeine.
Oh, yeah, that's important. Caffeine is always important. Most inspirational entrepreneur?
That's a good one. I think, so one of the entrepreneurs, this is going to be a long answer, but one of the entrepreneurs that we've met is Matthew, who is one of the founders of Joppa, which was a really successful startup to come out of UC Davis. So we've had a lot of opportunities to talk with him, and he's just really inspiring to see kind of what he's been able to do since being part of here.
We're proud of Matthew. I've met him several times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Simran said, we've met so many amazing entrepreneurs. We recently have worked with Venture Catalyst and went to the big showcase for JP Morgan Health Conference, and where we met so many people. There was one man in particular who was working towards pre-diagnostics of autism before this child is born, to then give them the most support prenatally. And so he was really cool.
Interesting. Wow. Okay, favorite hobby?
I mean, sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy the ARC and just kind of working out there. So, yeah.
Good. Yeah. Dream job?
Yeah, this is a good question. I think there's like a lot of things I'm interested in. I want to be a lawyer. I also am really interested in venture capital. So I think something along kind of the intersection of those things later in my career.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pre-med up until last year, so I really do enjoy the medical space. But after working with EpiSense for a good amount of time, the FDA and clinical trials section is really appealing to me.
I noticed neither of you said chancellor, so that's out. Okay. One question I ask all the guests. What artist or song is at the top of your playlist right now?
I say The Weeknd's new album.
The Weeknd? Okay, yeah.
Especially after the Super Bowl, Kendrick has
Kendrick.
always been at the top of my list.
Yeah, right. Okay. Now it's your turn. You can ask me questions. Anything you want to ask me?
Yeah, so I think something we would love to hear your opinion on is what's the best piece of advice that you've ever been given?
You know, I get lots of advice all the time, on campus especially. But early in life, I got some advice which I also give to others, and that is always to work hard, play hard, and pray hard. And I try to live by those three things.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Like you mentioned, Chancellor's not on our career goals because it's an insane job. Why Chancellor?
That really is a good question. It's not something I said I wanted to do when I was at your age. It sort of happened, evolved over time. And I got some really good mentors in my career, and that's a really important aspect. And those mentors kind of directed me towards something they thought I would excel in, and it worked out okay. Any more questions?
Who's at the top of your plate?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So I like Prince a lot, so I'm always kind of playing Prince, probably more than I should. But and I also am pretty old school. I'm much older than you, so I don't have a lot of current artists that I like a lot. I do like Kendrick though, but Prince would probably be the one I would pick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's also always up there.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you both for sitting here with me and having this conversation. I think the audience will really enjoy it, and I wish you the best of luck going forward. And thanks to everyone for watching. We will see you next time on Face to Face. Go Ags.